Hi guys, it's your girl Eva Jacobs, and this happens to be another amazing episode on the Drive podcast. To everyone who's subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. To everyone who's tuned in via several of the listening platforms, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, and the others, thank you. It's amazing that I am here right on this show. Thank you very much. Basically, on today's episode of the Drive podcast, we would be addressing a topic that lots of people may not find it so comfortable. Lots of people may not be convenient with the topic as it is, but well, without further ado, today's topic is what can stop you. You heard that right. Today's topic is basically a question, and a question that should send us back to a very reflective state to understand what can actually stop us. For some persons, it's so many things. Some persons will say, well, as it is right now, money is stopping me. I mean, I have all the ideas, I have all the this, I have all the that, but man, I don't have money to do what it is that I have, in my mind, in my head. Well, you may just be right. Now, as humans, it's important that we get to ask ourselves things such as this: what can actually stop me? I have amazing ideas, I have amazing vision, I have amazing goals. So what could be the problem? What could be the issue? This is what we'll be addressing in today's topic. So one of the things that I have here that I feel like has been the reason why most persons are where they are right now is perfectionism, or more like perfectionism. I know you understand what I'm trying to say. So you're basically just too perfect, or you feel like everything has to just be extremely perfect. I know that we've been told that there are people who are called perfectionists and all of that stuff. Well, I think that there has to be a balance somewhere, else you're basically going to be hindered by that same attributes. Because guess what, I have this amazing idea, I have something that I want to do, but I really can't do it because it's not the way I want it to be. It's not exactly the way I want it to be. I'm supposed to be a content creator. Well, I have an iPhone 7, so I can't make use of an iPhone 7 because an iPhone 7 is just an iPhone 7. I should be using a 13 to record and do all of those nice stuff. You just basically want things to be in a certain way, and if things are not in that way, then you can't actually live out your dreams. You can't actually begin anything. You can't actually start anything. I used to be that way, so this episode is not to judge you. I used to be there as well. So back then in school, when I was in the uni, by the way, I finished from the University of Benin. Yay! All the alumni, just leave a comment, over there. So back to the gist. So while I was in the uni, I had this idea. I wanted to do so many things. I knew that although I was a science student, I was in sciences, I knew I was basically going to delve into the entertainment industry one way or the other, right? And then here we are. So I wanted to always do a podcast. I wanted to be able to speak to people and all of that stuff. And of course, then I was using an Android phone, but some of the things that really hindered me in terms of what we're discussing right now is the fact that I felt like I needed to have a particular type of space. If I didn't have that type of space, I wasn't going to record, I wasn't going to do anything. I just basically said some things that, if this thing is not like this, then I know that I can't achieve this thing right now, And as beautiful as it sounded then, right, it actually hindered me because, sometimes I'm like, what if I had actually started out at maybe some years back? The Drive podcast would possibly be definitely not where it is right now. I'm grateful that I started as when I did, but I'm just trying to let you see that sometimes having things all perfect will not get you to where you are supposed to be. So start from where you are. It is pertinent that people begin to start to do things from where they are. Begin from where you are. Right now, I have an iPhone 7, and that's what I'm going to use to do this thing that I've always wanted to do. You know, something that should really encourage you is, I think that when you start out where you are, just ensure that as the day goes by, you are progressing. So today you're using an iPhone 7 with a very funny background. Tomorrow you could be using that same iPhone 7, but you've arranged a few props together and you're already doing so good. Just ensure that there's a step, there's a progress, there's a progression in what you're doing, but you have to begin. You would not allow perfectionism to keep you in one spot for the rest of your life. So that's one of the things possibly stopping you, and that's the reason why you haven't started to smash that goal and leave that dream and start up that stuff that you've always wanted to start. So something else would be excuses. Oh my goodness, I feel like almost everyone is on this particular table. So someone gets to meet you and then ask you, oh, you said you were going to start to maybe sell hairs, for example, in the month of December. And then you're like, well, that thing is not for me, I'm not the one who should be doing that. No, I've changed my mind, I started to look for customers, I wasn't seeing customers. There's always a perfect excuse for everything. Why have you remained where you are? Why haven't you taken up that course that you said you were going to take up a few months ago? I couldn't save up for it. I couldn't. There's always a perfect excuse. And as God would have it, every excuse is actually a perfect one, because so you always have an excuse for everything. And that's the reason you're where you are, because sometimes somebody once said something, right? And I use it in, teasing myself and my friends a lot. The person said, man, excuses don't make a man. And then sometimes I tell my friends, I'm like, excuses don't make a woman. Yes, you have so many excuses. Yes, sometimes those excuses are pretty justified. I don't have cash to get this course right now. I don't have money to get this right now. Okay, but then what are you doing? Are you sitting down waiting until the money mysteriously appears from somewhere? Okay, let's say you need about a certain sum of money to maybe purchase a course, take a certification, or do something. Have you even started out something that could fetch you that money? Have you sat down to think, oh, could I actually get this money from a family member? Could I get it from a friend? Could I do this? Could I do that? Have you tried to work your way around it before eventually just relaxing and saying, oh, this excuse is the reason why I'm going to remain where I am forever? So excuses, as much as they are justifiable, excuses as much as it seems like we would always need to give them, excuses will not actually take you to the place where you want to be. Another reason would be procrastination. I suffered from this. As a matter of fact, I'm even still working on it, and I think I'm doing a very good job at it. So I say today I am going to. That's already a problem. Because the minute you say I am going to, it means that you're not even doing it right now. So you have already conditioned yourself to do it at a later time. And anything can come up. We are all guilty of this, right? Procrastination. Procrastination is one of the reasons why things will always go sour in your life. Procrastination is one of the reasons why you may end up not even doing anything. To be really honest, it's not a curse, it's nothing, but it's the truth. Life is governed by principles. God has already placed principles. If you do it this way, this is the result you're going to get. If you do it that way, this is the result you're going to get. So, and this is not a factor of who is a Christian or who is not a Christian. There are principles that govern the earth that even if someone who is not a Christian should carry out those principles, they will be very successful, because the Bible tells us that the rain falls on both the good and the evil ones. So definitely there are principles that are governing the earth, and if you apply those principles, trust me, your life is going to change for the better. So procrastination, another reason. And procrastination is simply, I am not doing it now, I am going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, I'm not doing it tomorrow, I'm going to do it next tomorrow. Next tomorrow comes, when I'm not doing it next tomorrow, I'm going to do it next year. And then eventually next year comes and I'm like, I'm never going to do it all my life. So that's on a lighter note. But yes, that's what procrastination actually does to you. It keeps you in a spot. Another reason why you're probably gonna be stopped, another reason that could stop you is, I love to call it lack of confidence. Now I'm going to say this with, I'm going to explain this rather with a story from the Bible that everybody knows of. So David gets to, look after his brothers. His dad sends him, hey, go over there, see how they're doing, and all that stuff. And then David, he gets there and then he sees that there's a situation, right? And then David starts to make inquiry. Oh, who is this guy? What's going on? And then his brothers are like, what's your business with what's going on and all of that? And then, David said, oh, I mean, he's just a very tiny person. I can take care of him. And then everybody's like, what? Have you even seen how you looked? I mean, how could you possibly do that? And because he was confident in, his abilities, of course, that he has mastered over the years, he got an audience with the king. Yeah. So for some of us, we have all the skills needed. In fact, you are one of the best at what you do, but because you lack confidence, you are never going to get an audience with the person who is supposed to move you to your next level. And that is just the truth. Sometimes it will take a level of courage, a level of boldness, a level of bravery to get out of where you are, to give you the audience that you actually really need. That's one thing that could change everything about your life. I am very big on this. I told someone something. I said, if somebody should walk into a place right now and then they mention something that I know that I am good at, I would stand up, and guess what, even if I'm not so good at it, I would get up and I would do something. Let it be that I made an attempt and I did not allow myself to make an attempt because I'm scared or because I'm not confident or because of something. Because guess what? Confidence will give you the audience that you need. You may have been practicing, rehearsing for so long, and an opportunity eventually comes. So what happens if you're not brave enough, you're not courageous enough to take on that role, to get on that job, to get it done, to get that stuff done? What happens? People tell us things like, you have to prepare, you have to work, you have to get ready for an opportunity to come. And then I keep asking myself, what if this opportunity comes? I am prepared, I am well rehearsed, I am well trained, and then this opportunity comes and then I just blow it all away because I think I can't do it. That's the reason why most people are not heading anywhere. That's the reason why even though you are smart, even though you are skilled, even though you are amazing, you can't really do so much because you don't even believe in yourself, and so it has given you a sort of lack of confidence. I'm speaking to you today. Get out of that space. Get out of that space. Embrace boldness. Be confident and take up things that you really want to do. Another reason why, some other reason why you can actually be stopped would be distractions. Now let me paint a picture. Imagine somebody, right? Only you're going forward, you're going backward. There's this funny meme that trended at a certain point in time. Not only me, how did they even put it now? Come and be going. So we see a picture of a guy whose one leg is forward and then one leg is backward. So that guy is coming and he's going at the same time. I mean, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So you have to be focused. You need to know what you have to do. You can't be distracted. You can't let things just get in your way. You cannot be coming and be going. That's lack of focus. Distractions. You're not focused on what it is that you are supposed to be doing. You're doing every other thing but the thing you're supposed to be doing. Now, I tell people something, I'm like, see, I know what I am not, and I know what I am. I know that dancing is not for me. I would say it anywhere, any day and any time, right? I don't know how to dance. I can't even dance to save my life. So it would be disastrous for me to focus so much on dancing and say, oh, I come on YouTube and I'm like, hey guys, I'm a dancer. No, that's not me. I'm not a dancer. I know who I am. There are things that I can do, but dancing is definitely not one of them. So it will be a waste of energy, resources, time, trying to be who you are not, trying to focus on the things you're not supposed to be focusing on. I mean, so distractions are maybe just one of the reasons why you are where you are right now, because you haven't figured out who you are not. I know most times people get to preach to us, tell us stuff like, you need to know who you are, you need to know who you are. That's amazing. Sometimes as well, most times even, you need to know who and what you are not. Trust me, at the minute where you know who you are not, your life will begin to align, because then you will start to focus your resources, your energy on the things that you know you are. Oh, I know that I'm a speaker. That's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on it. I'm taking courses. I'm building myself. I'm doing all of that. I'm focusing on that. That's my field. I am not a singer, so you won't catch me going to a studio to record or something. I'm focusing on my energy on all of that. Okay? So another reason why you may just be where you are could just be because, well, you will get this in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I do. As always, do not forget to subscribe guys, please subscribe. I believe that the contents are quite amazing, and we would need the word to get out as fast as it can. So please guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and be a part of this community. Click on the notification bell up there, so you get notified every single time we have a new episode up on our YouTube channel and on other platforms. Pretty soon, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Pretty soon we're going to be hosting a guest. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to host a guest on this platform, and I am super excited. I can't really wait for most of the things that we already have planned, and I hope that the Lord gives us strength and energy to keep up this work and to keep growing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and for your love. Bye guys. Have a good watch. Have a good day. Bye guys.